Title: Poor single dad texted a millionaire CEO by mistake asking for baby formula money. What happened? The phone buzzed at 2:17 a.m., lighting up the dark room where a tired man sat on the edge of a bed, holding a crying baby. His bank balance was nearly zero. The baby formula container was empty. And desperation pushed him to send a message he never imagined he would send. What he didn't know was that one small mistake, one wrong number, was about to change his life in a way that would remind millions of people that kindness can arrive when we least expect it. Before we begin, if you enjoy emotional, real-life stories that restore your faith in humanity, make sure to subscribe, like this video, and share your thoughts in the comments. You're watching Heartfelt Moments, where powerful stories remind us that kindness still matters. Jason Miller was a 32-year-old single dad living in a small apartment in Ohio. Life hadn't turned out the way he planned. 2 years earlier, his wife had passed away after a sudden illness, leaving him alone with their newborn son, Noah. Jason worked full-time as a delivery driver, but medical bills, rent, and daycare costs swallowed almost every dollar he earned. Jason never complained out loud. He smiled at customers, waved at neighbors, and told himself he just needed to keep going. But that night was different. Noah was crying non-stop, his tiny face red and scrunched in hunger. Jason checked the kitchen cabinet again, hoping somehow a can of formula would appear. Nothing. He opened his phone and stared at the contact saved as Mark, old work friend. Mark had once said, "If you ever need help, text me." Jason hesitated. Asking for money felt humiliating. But his baby's cries grew louder, sharper, cutting straight through his chest. With shaking hands, Jason typed a message. "Hey Mark, I'm really sorry to ask this. I'm short on money tonight and my baby is out of formula. Could you please send $30 so I can buy some? I'll pay you back as soon as I can." He hit send, closed his eyes, and felt a wave of shame wash over him. What Jason didn't realize was that Mark had changed his number months ago. The message didn't go to an old coworker. It went to Daniel Reynolds, a self-made millionaire CEO of a tech company in California. Daniel was up late reviewing emails when his phone buzzed. He frowned at the unfamiliar message. At first, he thought it was a scam. He read it again. Then again more slowly. There was something raw about it. No flashy story. No dramatic pitch. Just a tired parent asking for help. Daniel leaned back in his chair. He had grown up poor himself, raised by a single mother who sometimes skipped meals so he could eat. He remembered nights like that. The hunger. The fear. The silence. Instead of deleting the message, Daniel replied, "I think you may have the wrong number. But before you go, are you and your baby okay?" Jason saw the reply and froze. His stomach dropped. He had texted the wrong person. Embarrassment burned his face. He quickly typed back, "I'm so sorry. This was a mistake. Please ignore. Thank you." Jason tossed the phone onto the couch, feeling worse than before. But a minute later, it buzzed again. "Don't apologize," the message read. "I just want to know, do you still need help getting formula?" Jason stared at the screen. His eyes filled with tears. Slowly, carefully, he explained his situation. He didn't exaggerate. He didn't beg. He just told the truth. Daniel didn't reply right away. Jason assumed that was the end of it. Then his phone chimed. A payment notification appeared. Not for $30. For $500. Jason gasped. His hands trembled so badly he nearly dropped the phone. A message followed. "This should cover formula and a few other essentials. You don't need to pay me back. Just take care of your son." Jason broke down. He held Noah close, tears falling onto his baby's tiny blanket. That money meant food. Diapers. A moment to breathe. But Daniel wasn't done. The next morning, Daniel sent another message. If you're comfortable, I'd like to help more. No pressure. Just a conversation. They talked on the phone later that day. Jason shared his story. Daniel listened. Not as a CEO. Not as a wealthy man. But as someone who understood struggle. Over the next few weeks, Daniel quietly helped Jason catch up on rent and connected him with a local childcare support program. He even helped Jason update his resume and introduced him to someone who could offer a better-paying, stable job. Jason never asked for more. He never expected anything beyond that first night. But kindness, once started, kept flowing. Months later, Jason was working a new job with regular hours. Noah was healthy and growing fast. Life wasn't perfect, but it was no longer crushing. Daniel never posted about it online. He never sought praise. To him, it wasn't charity. It was humanity. One day, Jason sent Daniel a picture of Noah smiling, holding a bottle of formula. The message read, "Because of you, he's never gone hungry again. Thank you for answering a text that wasn't meant for you." Daniel replied with just one line. Sometimes the messages we weren't meant to receive are the ones that matter most. This story reminds us that kindness doesn't always come from people we know. Sometimes it comes from strangers. Sometimes it comes from a simple mistake. And sometimes, one small act can rewrite someone's future. If this story moved you, let it be a reminder, you never know how powerful your response can be. A kind word. A helping hand. A moment of empathy. Spread kindness. Answer with compassion. And be the reason someone believes in humanity again.